Hello, I'm Gideon Hodge, and this is Beer Country.
That's that table drawer.
Slate, please.
Gideon, stop snoring.
Right here?
Hey, Chef Matt, how you doing? Good to see you again.
I'm happy to see me too, huh?
You guys a bit hot from outside? Ready for some beer? Ready to get in, cool off a little bit, enjoy the drinks. What are you having right now?
Yeah, I'm drinking a Canebrake. Local craft beer, Parish craft beer, yeah. Delicious, delicious. There'll be plenty of time for all this beer.
Would it be more for me?
Right in at our chef's table.
Yeah, we'll be trying Parish out later on. Actually, fantastic. So, what do you got prepared for us tonight?
We're gonna go inside and sit down at the chef's table, pair off some food with the beer, and get a little tasting kind of going, and then discuss the profile in the beer and the food and why we put them together. You know?
Excellent. All right. So here we are at the chef's table. So tell us a little bit about this.
All right, well, what we got here is, as you can see, we got a chef's table, bench, beer taps, kitchen. You are front row for the greatest show you can have in any restaurant. You have the cooks over there, they're powering out the food. You got the orders coming in, you got the guys, wait servers asking for their dishes. You got the mistakes, you got the champions, you got the losers, you got everything going on. And it's like center. You're right there. If this was like a chariot race, it's like happening right in front of you. It's where the food is, and also it's where the best food. It's like where we have beer comes right and alcohol straight to the table. Everything from beer, wine, whiskeys, and then when we cook the dish, we're making it right there. It's not got to go to someone else to go to a tray to go to the table. It's going right from when we make it. Right in front of you. Still says a lot. It is like just exceptional. There's things you can do for this, when we do tastings here. Calamari. We wait till the last second before we get the drink and we're about to serve it. We have the calamari. Fry it. Take it out. Serve it. It is like perfect. It's not going to get rubbery, and you're going to taste it at the best possible timing we can ever do, and that's what we need to do to have the best food.
All right, I can't wait.
So it's like the beer and food altar right here. Pay homage to the beer and the food.
Is this reserved for other certain people only, or?
Now who is this reserved for?
Well, we actually we have it reserved. You can reserve it like a regular table in the restaurant, but of course it's a charge because you're getting all the chefs are cooking for you. They're going through the bartenders to come back. It's like you get the highest level personal service. The bartenders will make cocktails. They'll explain every single dish to you. The chefs, when they make it, will bring it and explain it to you.
So, are we gonna drink some beer?
So that second line batcher, huh?
All right, excellent.
We pair this with our lamb shank. Let's taste
Lamb
it.
shank?
There's
See
lamb?
what this tastes like.
I think I saw a little bit of that earlier.
Oh my god. Lamb? Where? I'm so excited.
Yeah, this has the light fruity notes that we were.
The reason I like this with the lamb is it's got that, you taste it. It's got that, there's a little bit of sweetness in it.
Yeah.
It's mild, so it won't overpower the dish, and especially lamb. It's kind of a little delicate flavor. And then I get a kind of a little citrusy flavor.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Sometimes with lamb, you like to put a little bit of lemon flavor through it.
And the sweet and the salty usually complement each other well, which I'm imagining that the lamb will be somewhat salty.
One of the things I've found, and it's, you want to, and maybe folks try it at home, if you let through this meal, as this beer, almost like you would with wine, as it warms up, its flavors are gonna change. You know what I mean?
All right.
Right now it's cold, it's crisp. You're catching those flavors on your tongue. That's got that little citrusy flavor to it, and that it's kind of like the lager kind of taste. But as we when we get to tasting the dish, it's gonna warm up that little bit, and the flavors are gonna bloom in it a lot more.
So, what is like the timing on how long you should wait to realistically drink a beer for it to get the full
Different people
flavor
for
of
different
it?
folks, you know. I grew up drinking beer. Some of the beers room temperature.
Okay.
You say that
Like stouts.
room temperature. What? No, it's actually really. You get to taste the ales or the lagers. You know, predominantly a lot of people have lagers and they like to have them really chilled, crisp flavor. They're having something really chilled. You're getting the tip of the iceberg on the flavor of it. You know.
All right.
When it does warm up, then you're going to have that. All those flavors that are in it are going to bloom and come out.
All right. This is a white ale.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, what do we got here?
This is the lamb shank. The plates are hot.
Got them. Yep.
Oh my!
It's got a nice Connemara hash underneath it. Served julienne Brussels sprouts.
He's got those man hands from years in the kitchen. Yeah, that's
We
really
like man hands.
really warm. All right,
duh.
so
Yeah.
So with this, you're going to find out some. We didn't want to mess around with the flavor on this dish or try and go over the top with it. We
Okay.
wanted to kind of complement it with this beer. If you
And if you don't finish that, Gideon, just let me know.
right,
you
it smells amazing.
got a lot of different flavors going in here. You got the sweetness of the Brussels sprouts, the Connemara hash. You got that real earthy flavor to it, and then you just got your lamb. Lamb's got its own kind of sweetness to it. It's
Is
a
this-
very mild flavored meat, but it goes really good with this lager. So
All right, where do you recommend we start? Meat, hash,
I'd say
Brussels sprouts.
I would say try a little bit of each part of it.
All right.
Try Brussels sprouts. Try with it. You're going to taste some of that sweetness with it.
Yes.
Your Connemara hash, which is our version of it.
I've never had Brussels sprouts like this before.
Pecans, it got oatmeal, it's got some chutneys in there.
Wait, are those pecans I taste?
It's going to have your earthy kind of flavor to it.
And I see exactly what you were saying with the citrusy kind of complementing it, because that saltiness, it's very undertoned though, and then the sweetness of the vegetables complements this in the beer really well.
Yeah.
And then once you got the Brussels sprouts in there, it opens up this whole new flavor, you know, and you kind of feel the beer warm in your mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
Now,
So
the lamb.
as you go to your lamb,
It's so tender. It's juicy.
you got to think this lamb's been cooking. We've cooked this lamb for a good 8 to 10 hours.
Oh.
Breaks down.
That's fantastic.
This is the best lamb I've ever had in my life.
It just melts in your mouth. If you had a spoon, you say you can eat it with a spoon.
You could. This
Are
just
not
falls.
lying.
This just falls apart.
But when you put all three together, then you're really going to taste the dish. You're going to taste the sauce, the sweetness from the Brussels sprouts, that earthy flavor from the hash. There's when everything comes together. And if you notice, as we have it in these smaller glasses, it's getting a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Its flavor is getting more intense. So it's kind of like this moment is a perfect moment to taste it with the whole part of this dish.
And I'm noticing too, this beer specifically is making the lamb explode.
Yeah, you feel the citrus wash right over that meat. I'm gonna try them all together. The whole blend here.
Chef Matt, so is this a recipe that you developed on your own, or is this something kind of originating from your childhood that you sort of developed into this, or where did it come from?
This is kind of like it's a combination. What we did here was, you're taking people have different types of hash everywhere. What we did was kind of made it something similar. We're in New Orleans. We wanted to have that kind of a rustic country feel to it, but also complement it. So my mind was thinking of a dirty rice, but not using rice. So if you look at it and you think about dirty rice right now, and you look at that, it's got a similar flavor, or similar sort of image to it. You have dirty rice underneath it, underneath lamb shank.
That's
We made
fantastic.
this with pecans, oats.
Yeah, and I see
a
it
lot of
now.
that beef reduction going in, carrots, and then the Brussels sprouts there, and it gives it a really, really great, intense flavor.
That is brilliant.
But then it's a light flavor too, and that's why we have this beer with it.
That's what I really like about this dish. It's not so saturated that the lamb is overpowering everything else. There's a really good balance here of all of the flavors together, that you can still taste everything individually, kind of, but harmoniously they really work well together. And the beer just...
One of the things is about having this second line beer with this is it's you're really just tasting an amazing kind of, when all that carbonation is kind of going out of it because we have these small glasses. So you're really back to tasting a good beer that's got that flavor that's just pulling it all together.
Since we're here, Chef Matt, what are some of the things that causes these sort of flavor combinations, these reactions? Like, is it a chemical thing, or what's going on here sometimes?
Depends. Sometimes it's how we cook the item that we, predominantly you like to taste the beer, taste the product, and then work from that. Sometimes when we're creating dishes like this, we might even sometimes have to engineer it. We'll take some of the beer, we'll do a reduction of it. We'll take that and we'll reduce it into the dish, which will help the flavors meld more together.
Oh wow!
You're hitting something perfect when you don't have to do that. When you can create a dish, and the flavors from the dish are as individual as the beer coming together. Both of them are like just homogenized in your mouth. And
Teamwork.
Amazing.
Makes the dream work.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Slasha. I didn't say that right, but that's okay.